Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Lotu-Iiga. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and Samoa Language Week. Look, I rise to support the Minister in this bill, the first reading of the Social Security Long-Term Residential Care Budget Measures Amendment Bill. And I just want to thank the Minister who's sitting in front of me for bringing this bill to the House. Thank you for her courage, her tenacity, her fortitude. She's not only bringing welfare reforms to this House, but this bill as well, and it shows the vision of and leadership of this Minister in what is one of the most difficult portfolio areas in government. So she referred to the 1964 Social Security Act and amending that Act to change the threshold levels. And Mr. Whāwhoi asked why we are doing this. Well, if he didn't listen yesterday afternoon to the budget speeches, the reason National are bringing these bills to the House is that we're acting responsibly in terms of managing this government's finances and delivering better public services in tight financial times. And why is it a priority, Mr. Whāwhoi? It's a priority because, as we all know, the demographics of New Zealand are changing, and that as increased demand for residential care services increases, we need to meet that increased demand with prudence and with sustainable policies. So, sir, it will be increased by the Consumer's Price Index to set the threshold. We know that that's consistent also with other indexed entitlements like the superannuation, the national superannuation, which is adjusted every year. And it's also, sir, to cover up for some of the profligate policies of the last Labor government in the early 2000s, because they were looking for ways to spend money, and they introduced $10,000 annual increases in this threshold. So once again, it's a bill that delivers on covering up the bad mismanagement of the last Labor government. Sir, what will it do fiscally? Simply, it will save just under $35 million over 4 years. Again, demonstration of this government's fiscal prudence, fiscal sustainability, and it's brought to this House because this government is about driving our economy back on the road to recovery and back into surplus. I recommend this bill to the House.
As is Samoan Language Week, whawhatai lava.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Dr. David Clark.